Hello guys and welcome to the Singles Haven. My name is Modipe and I'm happy that you found this channel. I trust you're doing well. Especially if you're a Nigerian. I hope you're doing well. So on today's gist, I like to share about my first ever relationship, serious relationship. And I think that's the only relationship that I have had in a really long time. God, help your girl. Deliver your daughter. I've been delivered already. So if someone walks into a room, a speaker, whoever takes a mic and says, "Hello ladies, is there anyone who has ever been in a relationship with a Muslim?" I'd raise my hand without fear, without shame. Yes, I have dated a Muslim before. I've been in a relationship with a Muslim guy before. And you know what? I grew up with my parents saying, don't date a Muslim, don't get married to a Muslim. There was no why, there was no explanation. So it was right after university. I just moved to Lagos. I moved to Lagos in 2007. Yeah, I think so. I started dating the tail end of that year, or probably early 2008. He's a good guy. There's nothing wrong with him, but we had our issues, we had our challenges. I remember one time one of his elder sisters was around and we went to visit, and she asked us that, okay, so where is this leading to? Both of us, we did not know. Like, okay, boya, I want to say marriage. Well, we're hoping, or we thought something like that, Sha. And she was like, have you guys really thought about it? Have you deeply giving it thoughts? When you have children, how will you raise your children? Will your children be Muslims? Will your children be Christians? How would you have them choose? And in all honesty, I'll be honest with you, in my mind, somewhere deep down, you know that idea, I don't know where we women get it. Men, do you people think like that? In my mind, somewhere, your girl was praying and hoping that you will become a Christian. So this is my question to men. Do you people have that thought and desire? Do you pray that, okay, for instance, if you're dating a Christian girl, do you pray that she'll become a Muslim, or in Nigeria, it's Christian, Muslim. I don't know if traditional worship still exists like it used to. So let's just say it's those three. So if you are a Muslim guy and you're dating a Christian guy, do you pray that she becomes a Muslim like you, come over to your religion? So back to me. Your girl was praying, was hoping, was telling God every other time that she got that this guy should change to a Christian. First and foremost, that's a wrong thought. You know how we are usually wise in hindsight? That's how I was several years down the line, when I became a Christ follower truly. And I was like, man, Mama, you are selfish. So he wanted him to change for you, not for himself. Not even because of you love his soul and you want him to come to Jesus and all. Even I, was I with Jesus? I was just a Christian, just a Christian going to church, marking register, so that when my mom calls on Sunday as usual, when we call and or when we talk, I should be like, "What are you church doing?" I'll mark register. It translates to, "Did you go to church today?" And my response is yes. That was what I was. That was who I was rather back then. So I was in law school in Lagos. He was in another city at the time. Both of us were in Lagos. We resided in Lagos, somewhere around in the same area. I was in law school. I stayed in the hostel in law school. I wasn't going from home. I usually went home during the weekends. So I remember standing at the balcony. It was at night, like 7, 8 p.m. ish, because I remember it was dark. I was standing at the balcony outside. My dad called, and I went outside to talk to him. And the conversation went like this. Mommy Reye, ohi omo kan iwe fe. Muslim ko. Two. O aso nkwe fe. Mani ye omo fe. But yowo mi hoko libe, mi re yowo mi hoko libe. It translates to, your mom says you're dating someone and the person is a guy. I mean, he's a Muslim. Forgive me. And the person is a Muslim. If you insist that this is the person you want to get married to, no problem. I won't say no. But I'll wash my hands off it. I can't remember how the conversation ended, but I know I was crying. Prior to this conversation, there was one particular night that I was praying. For a period, I've been telling God that if this relationship is not His will, He should He should break it up for me. He should do something that will break it up for me. And in my heart of hearts, I wanted the guy to be the one to do the breakup, right? I didn't want to be the bad guy. I cried after the conversation with my dad, and I knew this was it. So I eventually called him. I can't remember when, but I know I called, and I told him that I was over the phone, and I told him that I was sorry, that I cannot continue with the relationship. I think I said my parents don't support and all that. And he was upset, he was angry. I said, "You're going to break up with me over the phone, but I'm in so and so place, blah, 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 blah." I said, "Yo, I'm sorry." I was crying and all. And the call ended. Ooh. I went home for, I'm not sure what reason. I went home. He was around. Well, were we on holiday? Law school, is there holiday? I'm not sure. I can't remember. But this was 2010. I can't remember. And he was around for something, and we had a conversation. Was it a fight? Was it a conversation? I don't know. I don't know. For a while, we were going back and forth. We've broken up, we've not broken up, we've broken up, we've not broken up. Until one day, my aunt called me the next morning. Was it in the night or the next morning? I was like, I lived with my aunt, my dad's younger sister then. And she said that Shabi, you say you are broken up with this person. I said, "Yes, ma'am." She now said, "Let's know what you people are really doing, because I don't understand what you people are doing. All this wale that you are doing." All this back and forth that you're doing. She had spied on us, I believe, doing one or two shenanigans in the room. Or something, she caught us. And that was another wake-up call for me that, stick to your, we are broken up. We finally did break up. I felt bad for being the bad guy, but it had to be done. And here is why we had to break up. I won't say dating a Muslim is a bad thing. Either ways, be you girl dating a Muslim guy or guy dating a Muslim girl. But every one of us were different. We have different paths in life. And I, for one, first and foremost, believe that our value did not align. I have grown to be a spiritual person, a person who is working with God, who is in love with God, and who has made God her priority. Back then I struggled, I was struggling with my spiritual life. I wasn't sure what to do. I wasn't sure where to go. I just used to do. I was just a Christian because I was born into a Christian family. I needed someone who were on the same path, who would guide me. Secondly, I know that God speaks to me through dreams. One of the ways God speaks to me is through dreams. And I remember one dream I had. One of my cousins was going to get married within that season. And the dream had, I remember it vividly. The dream had, we were in a living room and there was a huge snake crawling on the edge of the chair. You know, the top of the chair, the snake was crawling and we were on the, we're moving back, trying to escape, and the snake was coming. So I woke up in the middle of the night. I was scared, I was frantic, I was afraid. What does this mean? And I called him. Unfortunately, there was no power. So I called him and I was like, he picked up and I was like, what's up? What happened? I was like, I just had a dream. The dream was really terrible. And I was narrating the dream to him. And in the middle of the narration, he was like, please, I should stop. I think it was too graphic for him that there's no light and once it. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And I just said, it's okay, you can go back to sleep. And I ended the call. And in my heart of hearts, I was like, if I get married to him and I have dreams like this, is this how we're going to continue? I mean, is this what is going to play out? I wanted someone, who would, it was much later that I was like, someone who was going to pray with me, pray for me, and would just cancel that dream. I prayed after having that dream. I wasn't what Nigerians would call Jim Christian, tongue speaking and all that. Funny enough, I used to be in university, but when I now relocated, I didn't have that same circle that I had in university. I didn't have the fire going anymore. So it was dead, like the fire, water, everything, ashes, cold. My spiritual life was cold. So I prayed that God, please, this dream, I don't understand what it means, but please take control and all that. And several probably days or weeks or whatever down the line, we're going for my cousin's wedding and there was an attack was it on her husband's convoy and all that. They survived, thank God, glory be to God. There was no loss of life and all that. So it was when I was being told the story of the attack and all, I now remembered the dream that I had. I'm like, oh Jesus, thank you. Wow. So I wanted back then, I want someone who is going to be a spiritual head, like a spiritual covering over me, and our values should align. Like, I'm a giver, I give to God. I've given my entire salary to God. We made a deal. I told him I was going to give him this for him to do XYZ, and I gave it to him. I want someone who I can tell that, hey babe, this is what God is saying, and this is what I intend to do. And I'm like, oh sure, yes. And he told me to, I agree with you, I support you. Someone who is going to support me spiritually. I can't have someone who is going to say, why are you paying 10% of your income to church? And all that and all that. And I want someone who is going to support my dreams. I'm ambitious. Someone who is not going to douse my fire, rather who is going to put wood for me and let my fire come ablaze and all that. Who's going to set me on fire? Both of us are going to be burning together, burning for Jesus, burning for ourselves, and so on and so forth. I also wanted and want someone whose folks would like me and love me. Yes. So that's the end of the story. That's the end of my gist. I haven't been in a relationship since that time, like a serious relationship. It lasted till 2010 years, and we're in 20. Please, I'm not calculating anything. Leave me alone. So I haven't been in a serious relationship since then. I've, had prospects, I've had flings here and there, but nothing serious. But now I'm open to dating, I'm open to relationships. So if you think that, you like to get to know this girl, you like to see where this goes in the future, you like to date this girl, send a DM. My DM is open. Thank you. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for staying till the end. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. Thank you all so much for your time, your data. Thank you for helping this community grow. As I always say, do not allow anything or anyone steal your joy. Make sure you have a beautiful week ahead. You are loved. Bye.